delighted to say that David Moyes is making his way over here to chat to us now. 47 years West Ham have waited to make it to the final. David, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done, you're in the final. How are you feeling right now?
We're thrilled, really is. It's a huge achievement for West Ham. You know, it's hard enough to get to any final, never mind a European final. And let's be fair, like West Ham, I don't know, I think it was at 45 years or somewhere here
47.
when the last time. So it's a big achievement for the club. And we were in a semi-final last year, so sometimes you can say it's a one-off, but maybe doing 2 years in a row, getting very close. But hopefully, as always, the bit now is to go and win the final. That's it.
It was a tough one for you, David, because we know from watching AZ Alkmaar they're a top side. They're not a glamorous name, so you set them up over the two legs. And you've got to be proud of the way the boys defended tonight and getting it over the line.
I did. Look, AZ played a really good style, and Robin will be able to tell you better than me. The Dutch football was really, really good. And actually, in the first leg, they probably gave us a bit of a shock in the way they played at times. And tonight, I knew that if I didn't sort of sit a bit deeper and wait on the moments, and probably had 3 or 4 good counter-attack moments, we could have done better. Obviously, we'd have liked to wrestle more possession off them, but to be fair, they're very good at what they do.
Pablo Fornals, how pleasing is that for a manager? Because we know he's a good lad. He hasn't been able to get in the side. And for him to come on and have that moment, that must be so pleasing for a manager, for a player
hugely pleasing, because he's a massive team player. And over the last couple of years, he's been instrumental, really, in how we've finished 6th and 7th the last 2 years and got goals and runs for the team, and is a real team player. So I think if MD had wanted to score tonight, it would have been Pablo.
David, just before you joined us, Robin was just saying how delighted he is for you to reach this final after the year you spent together at Manchester United.
Robin scored me a hat-trick when we beat Olympiacos. Was because one of my main feats was to get Man United to a quarter-final of the Champions League, which wasn't probably not good enough for Man United, but still not a bad place to get to. So Robin scored a hat-trick in the Olympiacos game.
I'm really happy with you, David. I think you deserve it. You're a great man and a great coach, and you can see from a football point of view, I can see that the team plays from your philosophy. That tonight they played Zono and 4-4-2 defensively, but everyone's doing their job, and I can see that the guys are doing it for you as well. So
I have to say that, you know,
you're a great coach.
We would like to, in going forward, the idea is to be better. We brought in a lot of international players, Lucas Paqueta, for example, Agar, to become a better footballing team. But we've had a real struggle for long parts of the season this year. So when in doubt, you have to sort of go back to what got your results, how you get your wins. And look, let's be fair, football, you know, and the guy who one of the managers I'd admire so much, after Sir Alex, would be Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho's teams would never think he would turn up and find a way of winning. So we had to turn up tonight and find a way of winning, and thankfully we've done that.
Yeah, you did that.
David,
definitely.
obviously, look, you put a lot into this and going forward. And how about your staff? How are they feeling right now? What are they like in there? Because I know you've got quite a close-knit team.
You know what? If you're fortunate, you played for teams who win regular, you know what it's like in the dressing room. We've had an incredible sort of 10 minutes there. But for my staff, I thank them all. My staff have done a brilliant job, and they have to put up with me pushing and nagging and very little time off. And we haven't. We've had so many games. But if you want to play in Europe and you want to try and be successful, then the games come with that.
David, we were just talking about the scenes that we saw, the ugly scenes at the full-time whistle. We know football's an emotional game, but you were right there. Can you tell us what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, look, we'll need to wait till sort of the dust settles to see what it is, but I think the biggest problem is it was the area where all the players had their families in, friends and families, and I think that's where the problem came. And a lot of the players were getting angry because they couldn't get to see if they were okay. But look, well, I don't know. We need to wait and ask the officials what really happened.
Absolutely. So now, a place in the final, June the 7th in Prague. We know how desperate you are to go on and win this trophy, David. But tonight, tell us how you're going to be celebrating.
That's what we all want to know.
Look, we've all.
Where are you going? Where are you
By the
going?
way, we're going home because we've got Leeds at the weekend, which is last. No, I can tell the players are like that as well. But look, that's football, and they keep coming around. But I think the London Stadium will be great on Sunday. So And yet they're great. They're great. Supporters are great tonight. They really are. Terrific.
Yeah, just under 1,000 of them still in the stadium celebrating that. You did promise some dancing. Are we going to
No. I'll keep that private. And a wee bit.
Listen, if you don't, I'll do it.
In the dressing room.
If you do it, I'll do it.
You're regretting that now, aren't you?
These boys will be too good.
You and me as well, Robbie.
David, thank you so
Thanks very much.
Massive
great
congratulations.
To see you again in Prague.
We will see you in Prague. Thank you very much, David.